Alright, so this is basically going to be practice for me for recording my dialogue for the video I'm going to make about cheesing raid bosses and the philosophy behind it. So let's start off by explaining what a cheese is, okay? So what a cheese is basically defined as varies from source to source because it can encompass a number of things. For example, you could call one phase killing Riven a cheese, even though it doesn't actually include any exploits of game mechanics. You're just doing a metric fuck ton of damage to her to where she's unable to kill you before you kill her. Alright? So that's still considered a cheese, even though it's kind of fair play. Right? And on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, a cheese could also be a complete and utter exploit. Right? I need to get gas first. I'll give you an example after I get gas. I want a Red Bull. I want a fucking Red Bull. Well, I probably shouldn't drink one because I can't even get gas. The gas station's closed. I don't have cash. Okay, whatever. For example, on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, a cheese is also, and I hate the term cheese also. It just sounds so cheesy. But anyways, on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, a cheese is also, it was coined when referring to Templar, and cheesing Templar was the original cheese, where you would use ball grenades, i.e. pulse grenades, vortex grenades, and flare grenades. I think that's what they were called. I think they were called solar flare. I think they're called solar flare grenades. You would use ball grenades, and you throw them at Templar, and it would push him backwards a little bit. And you just keep throwing ball grenades at him. And since he's floating, he can't tell when he falls. So you'd push him back ever so slightly until you push him off the cliff. He'd fall down. Since he floats, he doesn't know that he's fallen, so he doesn't teleport. And then he hits the kill box, and then he dies, and then the raid encounter's over. That's a complete fucking cheese, alright? That's 110% cheese, right? If you played a Sunsinger Warlock at the time, right, and if you only played Destiny 2 and don't know what a Sunsinger is, right, a Sunsinger Warlock was where instead of Dawnblade for their super, what they had was Radiance, where they would basically go Super Saiyan and would make their melee and their grenade cool down basically instantly. And they'd have a giant overshield that would refill instantly, right? I don't think they didn't do more damage though. They just, you know, had basically an infinite overshield, basically infinite grenades, and basically infinite melee for like 20 seconds. Or you can make it for basically 7 seconds and let yourself resurrect from the dead, which was very helpful in raids when you couldn't revive your teammates on hard mode. So that was the original cheese, right? You go into Vault of Glass by yourself as a Sunsinger Warlock, right? You get to the Templar, right? You would go in, or like you as a Sunsinger Warlock, right? You get into a Vault of Glass group that's like on like say your Vault of Glass group is stuck on Templar, right? A Sunsinger Warlock by themselves could pop Radiance and then throw about 6 ball grenades in their span of Radiance and kill Templar in about a minute. Right? It was a complete and utter cheese. Anybody could do it. It took no skill also. This wasn't some kind of like exploit that was found out a year after the raid came out. No. This was some like first, second month shit that fucking community found out, and they exploited to hell. Alright? They exploited the hell out of it. Alright? This is also called a cheese. Alright? Like, it's anywhere from killing the boss so fast that she's not able to kill you, right? To exploiting the boss beyond the frame of it being okay. All right, so that's basically what a cheese is. And on the script, I need to explain that like much faster. I can't spend 5 minutes explaining that. I need to explain that in like 2 minutes. So now that you know what a cheese is, all right, I want to talk about the mentality of somebody who would do a cheese. All right, you have to get inside of their mind, get inside of their head, right? So right now, if you're listening to this video and you just went, okay, I would do that. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome. I'd do either of those, right? Then you have a complete opposite mindset of me, all right? I only do cheeses because the Destiny community has learned the cheese. What do I mean by that? Okay? Riven, right? I'm going to use Riven as an example again. Riven is the last raid boss of the Last Wish raid, okay? I would say probably about half of the Destiny community doesn't know, and I'm not talking about like the people that don't raid and the people that do PvP. I'm talking about half of the Destiny community that has killed Riven, right? Probably doesn't know the mechanics for Riven, all right? Because if you go into Destiny LFG and you're like, I've never done the fights before, it's like, that's fine, we'll teach you all the fights, and you go through the entire raid, you get taught the fights. By the time you get to Riven, your fire team's gonna say, okay, we're doing the cheese. And what are you gonna say? You're gonna say, no, I don't wanna do the cheese, fuck you, and then leave the group? No, you're not gonna do that, right? You know why you're not gonna do that? Because even if you wanna uphold your honor of, I don't wanna cheese this boss, I wanna see the mechanics the way it's done, you're never going to find a group with that exact same mindset. Because it's easier, all right? It's easier. Even if you wanna do it the hard way, because you want to see the fight how it was intended. You don't care if people say it's boring. You want to decide that for yourself. That doesn't matter, all right? It doesn't matter what you want because the community thinks it takes too long, okay? That's the only reason I ever did cheeses, all right? That happened to me in my first The Last Wish raid, and that happened to me in my first Vault of Glass raid, all right? First time I ever did Vault of Glass, we cheesed Templar, all right? I didn't want to back then. I thought it was lame, and I said it'd be way cooler if we could just do the boss fight the way it's supposed to be, all right? Because imagine me, all right? I've been playing Destiny 1 since basically it came out, all right? I got to max level, I grinded myself up with heroic strikes and the same fucking Devil's Lair strike, the fucking Valis Ta'arik strike, the that one strike that they never brought back on Venus where you would fight a giant fucking Hydra. I grinded these strikes. I grinded these public events because I liked the gunplay. But none of the shit that I did was intricate. Every single boss fight was basically a huge damage sponge. A huge fucking damage sponge. That was every single boss fight. And then I finally come up to this place where it has mechanics and it's blowing my fucking mind. And then it's like, okay, we just killed the oracles. That was fun. All right, now it's time for a boss? We're gonna fight a boss? And then we push him off the fucking cliff. It pissed me off. I was like, yeah, this is cool. You know, I got my fucking 9 Ascendant Shards. Fantastic. Because the Destiny community, like, is full of a bunch of lazy fucking inbred morons that can't play a game correctly. It's a game. Like, imagine if you went to a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and the winner of the tournament cheated. That'd be bullshit. And it wouldn't just be bullshit because they won by cheating. It would be bullshit because it's a game. You're supposed to be playing the game because you enjoy the game. Why do you skip fundamental mechanics of the game? Are you kidding me? It was the most complex shit in that entire game. And people skipped it because it was faster. It's unfucking believable. And then, what do you know? 5 years later, It's the exact same story. Okay? I don't fucking care if the Riven fight's complicated. That's your fucking opinion. Have you ever done Mythic fucking Siegecraft or Black Fuse? No, you fucking haven't. You're playing Destiny. I don't care what you think is confusing. I'll decide that for myself. But no, right? If I want to kill this boss, I have to do it your bullshit way. And Bungie is a piece of shit fucking company that won't fix their boss fights. They won't fix their boss fights and make people do it the way they designed. And it even pisses me off. Even the stacked 6 people in one room pisses me off. Why does that piss me off? All right, the way the Riven fight is supposed to work is you split it into 2 teams of 3. The 2 teams of 3 do their own mechanics, they do their own shit, and then they do, like, one of the teams of 3 does damage to Riven, the other team of 3 does a little thing, I think, I don't fucking know, and then you, like, trade places over and over again until Riven dies. Whatever. I don't know the fight, because I haven't fucking done it. All right? Those are the mechanics for Riven. All right? But if you just say, nah, fuck it, right, and go to the side where Riven's at, get lucky, and have Riven pop up at the side you all decide to go to, right? You get lucky, Riven pops up at the side you all decide to go to, right? And all 6 of you are there, you can just do enough fucking damage and kill the boss. How can you get pissed off at that? How can you get pissed off at that? You're not even cheesing the boss, right? You're just killing her really fast. Because it wasn't meant to be done like that. It wasn't meant to be done like that. If it was like, oh yeah, the 3 people that went there killed the fuck out of her so fast, I'd be like, yeah, bravo. But no, you're not doing the fight the way it was meant to be done. If I was Bungie, if I worked at fucking Bungie, I would be like, dude, we gotta put some kind of debuff in these rooms to where if you stack more than 4 people in one room, or like Riven is being damaged by more than 3 people, or some shit like that, it just turns off their damage. Or like it kills them or some shit. Right? Why? Because then people would learn the fight. And then maybe people would go, you know what, I actually enjoy the Riven fight. Alright? They don't just listen to what streamers, YouTubers, and other people who haven't done the fight before tell them. They decide for themselves. Why are you mad about this? Why are you mad about a game? Because it's a game. It's a game where if you want to do the highest level content, you have to do it with other people. And I love that. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I would never have it any other way. Alright? It's the only reason Destiny has survived. Because it's the only first-person shooter with actual good raid mechanics. That's the only reason Destiny is still alive. Alright? If Destiny 1 didn't have the Vault of Glass, didn't have Crota's End, and didn't have King's Fall, it would have fucking died. It would have died. Alright? You could say Destiny is dead. It's not dead, retard. It's not dead. People play it. Bungie makes money. They're still making content. They make content for it on YouTube. It's not fucking dead. You know what a dead game would be? A dead game would be like Guilty Gear Xrd, where you go on and there's no online fucking matchmaking because nobody plays the online matchmaking. And the only players to fucking find people to fight are in rooms. And there's like 6 rooms up at a time with 10 people in them. And every single person in the room knows the game like it's the underside of their fucking dick. And you can't get good at the game because the only people you're fighting are fucking EVO tournament legends. That's a dead fucking game. That's a dead fucking game right there. Destiny isn't a dead fucking game. Destiny's a piece of shit game. They can't fix its fucking best features. And that's why I fucking hate cheeses. It takes the best part of the game. It takes the best part of the best part of the game. Fuck Crucible, fuck Strikes, fuck Gambit, fuck the fucking Menagerie. It's the worst activity ever. If you thought Prison of Elders was bad, the Menagerie is the Prison of Elders on crack. It fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. So why do you play the game? Oh, I like getting the exotics, and I like Crucible to an extent, and I think the raids are very fun. All right. Even though the Leviathan came out like 2 years ago, I still enjoy doing it weekly because I think the fights are fun. I haven't done Scourge of the Past. I'm really looking forward to it. I did Crown of Sorrows. I only did the last 2 encounters, but even though the internet seems to think Crown of Sorrows sucks, I actually enjoy it. Especially the last boss fight. I think the last boss fight is nice and, you know, it feels like a last boss fight, right? It doesn't feel overly complex to me, but it doesn't feel under complex either. You know, like Callus. Callus is an under complex final boss fight, all right? Like, he's really not that complicated, all right? Callus, whatever, all right? Got Galaron, though, he feels like a fucking final boss. Riven, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Final boss is cheesable, all right? If Atheon, let me put it like this, all right? They didn't fix the Templar until Age of Triumph, or Crota's, or Taken King or something. They didn't. Either way, they didn't fix the Templar cheese until Vanilla Destiny was over. Right? They didn't fix the Templar cheese until like at least Crota's Ended came out. All right. The Templar was broken all throughout Vanilla Destiny. It was cheesable the entire time. Okay. I'm pretty sure, at least. The thing about Atheon, though, Atheon was fixed in like 2 weeks. Okay? They were like, nope, flip the game over on its ass and fix Atheon. Right? They were like, you are not cheesing our final raid boss. Alright? And it's a good thing they did. Because the beginning of Vault of Glass was fun. Okay? When I got to Templar, I was having fun. Like, I was at a semi-chub. When we cheesed Templar, it went flaccid, alright? When we did the exotic chest, it started perking up again. Gorgon's Maze was perking up. Jumping Puzzle, oh yeah, it's sticking up. Alright? Gatekeeper, we're sticking straight up. Alright? But if Atheon was cheesable, I would not remember Vault of Glass the same way. And I don't think anybody else would either. If Atheon had remained cheesable throughout the lifespan of Vanilla Destiny, right, which, you know, a majority of the players came in after the first month, right? I didn't play in the first month. I did like Vault of Glass after 2 weeks of like playing, or 2 or 3 weeks of playing. Like, that was less than 2 months that the game was out, and I did Vault of Glass, and Atheon was fixed. But if Atheon was cheesable just as long as Templar was, you know, me and a majority of players wouldn't have ever done Atheon the right way. And I feel like people wouldn't have fallen in love with raiding, because the moment where you're standing on the platform with your boys, you know, there's a bubble in the back for weapons of light, and somebody's holding the shield, and you're shooting Atheon, and you kill him, right? Those are the kind of moments that make you fall in love with the game. And if those are taken away, people would be like, whatever. Right? Maybe Destiny wouldn't even have raids if they had kept that, because nobody would have cared about them. Nobody would have fucking cared about them. But everybody remembers Vault of Glass as their favorite raid. Why? I don't know. The Templar was fucking cheesable the entire fucking time it was out in Vanilla Destiny. Must have been everything else. Must have been the final raid boss. I don't fucking know. And that's how I feel about Last Wish, alright? I thought the first encounter was pretty good. With the doors, yeah, it's pretty good. Second encounter with like the gauntlet, yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Alright, third encounter, you know, the jumping puzzle, yeah, the jumping puzzles are fine. Third encounter with the ogre, yeah, he's pretty good. You know, he's a short boss fight because everybody's able to do crazy fucking damage now. So you can kill him in one phase. I don't even know if there is a way to like two-phase him. I don't know how you would do that, because he's killable in one phase. He's not cool like Golgoron was, or War Priest was. He's just whatever. He's just whatever. Alright? Riven, like the Vault? Yeah, like, the Vault was complicated and it took us a long time to do. But I learned Vault, right? Because you have to do Vault. I was standing there, you know, only 3 people need to know how to do Vault. Alright? Only 3 people need to know how to do Vault. Just 3. Alright? But I learned it. I wasn't one of the 3 that was doing Vault. But we were there for so long, I was like, how does this work? And he explained it to me. And I learned it. And I could do it now. I could be one of those 3 people. It's simple. It's simple. People like to act like it's complicated. It's not fucking complicated at all. It's really easy. Okay, it's really easy. It just requires communication. Riven, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't kill Riven, right? I killed Riven. I beat Last Wish, but I didn't kill Riven. I cheesed Riven. Hi. I'm delivering a sandwich right now. Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe to the channel and like the fucking video. Thanks. Oh, and watch me Twitch stream. Watch me Twitch stream. Watch me Twitch stream. It's the whole reason I'm making these things. Okay, bye.